I've run out of nicotine pouches, and so I've ordered some.
Them
but they're
Sylvanian family pillows.
Sylvanian family pillows. So I've run out, and I go to Tesco's, and I'm up at a fag counter, and I'm asking for this really peculiar. Well, not peculiar. They've got them there. I can see them. I'm asking for some Nordic spirits, and this woman, of course. I don't know if you've been to the fag counter as of late, but it's just like vape stuff. It's all vape stuff, and they've got like
vape life,
they've got all the tobacco stuff under a little cover in the side. And I'm asking for something that's like in the middle of the vape stuff. So I'm trying to direct this woman as to where they are. I'm like
left a bit,
yeah.
right, up, down,
right hand down, drive. keep coming. Whoa, up there. She keeps going over and picks the vape stuff up and brings it over to me, and I'm like, no, left a bit and down. She's like, goes over, brings it over, and I'm trying to work on my comedy a bit, for the podcast, for the listeners. So I think I'm trying
for the show,
for the boys. So I'm trying to include it in everyday life. So I just think I'll rock a bit of improv here. I mean, I've been there like 60 seconds, and 60 seconds doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're sat at a counter and somebody's trying to find you something and you're British, that's a long fucking time. And everyone around you's just like tutting, looking at their watch.
Usually it's like, I want that.
Whereas, yeah, exactly. Like, I want those. I'm like, I want Nordic Spirit, the blue ones, the strong ones. Like, I can see them there. And she's like, I don't understand. I'm like, they're in a tub. They're in like a little plastic tub. She can't get the hang of it. So she's going over. She's going like over and over, down, over, down, over. And I just go, I'll have another consonant, please, Carol. The whole fucking queue finishes tutting and just cracks up. She was not fucking happy.
Good evening, Internet.
We are back for another episode.
Again? Not been cancelled yet?
No, we're on one episode a week. We're keeping that fucking schedule lit.
Yeah, you guys have been firing him out well and good.
That's what I said from the start. One episode a week. Don't let the listeners down. If you let them down, they'll get fucked off of you and you won't listen again.
Oh, yeah.
So we're
them
back.
listener fucking figures are looking fantastic. Shout out to everyone that's been listening.
Yeah, thanks to everyone that's been listening. It's been, it's going off the fucking charts at the moment, and we're happy that you want to listen to our bollocks for an hour a week or however long it is. It seems to get longer every week.
Yeah.
More and more bullshit. That's all you want.
Yeah,
No,
my
that
bollocks
bullshit.
get longer as well.
Right then. Who we got in tonight, Marlon?
We got Greg in tonight.
Hello.
We've got
How is it, mate?
It is all good. All good.
Greg, also known as Mixmaster G.
Hell
Mixmaster
yeah.
G, yeah. Or commonly in this area as G-Reg.
Don't be stepping on my fucking nickname.
Oh, no. There is a G in front of it. It's like the AMG equivalent of Reg.
Fuck you. 6.3 V8 bullshit. So for anyone that doesn't know, and I expect that's most of you, is Greg is our mix master. He has been, if you've ever listened to this podcast, you're like, wow, the audio quality is really fucking good. Reg and Marlon must be doing something right. It's nothing to do with us at all.
We just edit that shit.
We just
and send it to Greg.
We just bought the kit. We bought the microphones. It all goes over to our man Greg here, and Greg makes us sound half listenable, at least.
Pleasure to do it. And you guys have been doing a hell of a lot better than you give yourself credit for in that regard.
We're just two idiots with microphones.
That's all you need to be. You got it. You got it.
And people seem to enjoy it.
I have had people come to me before and they're just two idiots. They don't even have the microphones. You got to start somewhere, boys.
Oh, man. So we're sort of cracking how we know you, but we sort of spoke about this a little bit before the episode. It's a bit of a peculiar fucking one, really, isn't it?
I think I hit the nail on the head with it. Me and you have been in an open relationship for the last 20 years.
No homo. So I sort of know you from, we went to primary school together.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we kind of didn't know each other through secondary school.
Well, I went for 2 years at a private school
after
I left our
you
primary
Tory
school.
cunt.
Oh, no. Well,
bloody hell.
yeah. little Greg in his garters and cap going around talking about the peasants of Wells, like, and how taxes should be higher. And oh yeah, garters. Literally, we had like this was even winter clothes. We had like short shorts. Like it was real nonce shit looking back at it, but short shorts, like the high stockings, and we had to have garters to hold them above our knees while we minced about the playground and stuff. We had blazers, ties, we had caps. Honestly,
you proper fiddler fuel.
Yeah. No, it was, and the worst thing is that you got a freebie into that school if you were a choir boy. Like, you give the priest their due, and you were getting in, son.
Just a quick handy in the confessional, like, and
I mean,
fucking tuition squared up for the rest of the year.
You could always tell the choristers apart from the rest of like the kiddies because they'd always have the centre partings, and then I figured out it's because they was down on their knees all day getting stroked in two. Like,
oh shit!
Like an apex roof, it just runs off both sides.
Oh yeah.
Not like an otter.
Like an otter, it just beats off him. For fuck's sake, Snake.
Oh dear.
So, as obviously you've listened to us before, as you master our shit, what does the sesh mean to you?
The sesh, honestly, it's meant a lot of different things throughout my life, and I don't claim to be old or wise or any of those, but I have had a few different seshes in a few different places, and it all boils down to the same thing. It's just a fucking escape at the end of the day. It's having a good time and getting away from the shit of the day. Because you spend your life running away from that, and it all boils down to let's get on the piss, and that'll do.
Spending your life running away. I love that.
Oh, yeah, no, I got away. I'm not a chorister anymore. I coned out that centre parting. I got away. The sesh means to me safety. So, yeah.
Oh, man. Right.
Yeah, sorry, I thought we'd hit the ground running with this one. Let's break the ice straight away.
Straight into nonce jokes.
Yeah, we got pedos, we got everything here. Like, welcome to the Doghouse, boys and girls.
It's going the fuck off.
Hi, Mum, I'm on TV.
You and that fucking soundboard. I'm going to fucking reach over this table and throw you in a minute.
Hey.
This is going to turn into a drunk. It's going to turn into a drunk episode in a minute.
See, I was going to sort of like start things off with like the whole "Hi, Mum, oh, I'm on TV," but then I realised like if it ever gets to the point in my life that my mum hears the shit that we're going to talk about this evening, it's like I'm going to need a new identity. I'm going to need a new passport. It's like I have restarted life enough times already to know that this would be the least of the reasons for me to start again.
My auntie listens to this podcast, and considering what we recorded last week, I'm fucking...
Oh, fuck, yeah.
Jesus. What's your favourite porn star, and what's the favourite thing she does? She gives it that fucking wizard spell. Play with the balls and play with the shaft.
Oh, dear.
Right, anyway.
Like them big titties.
What do you like? Oh, I like Latinas.
Coming soon.
That's fine. She probably thinks that's just some fancy Italian coffee. It's like you go to Starbucks and it's like, oh yes, I'll have a grande Latina, please. Extra caramel.
I'll have a vente. Si, senor.
We need more lemon pledge.
Shut the fuck up, Reg. All right, what's your best cure for a hangover then, man?
Ooh. I'm gonna be that bloke who says, oh, just get up and get on with it. But the trouble is I've never found that out because I've never done it. Like, I know that is the best cure for a hangover, but I have fucking suffered intentionally every time I get on the piss. Like,
just lie back and let it take control.
Oh, it really is. Yeah.
By the way, when you reference the bloke that just says, "Oh, just get up and get on with it," that's me, you prick. I'm the one that says
your own
that.
fucking fault.
No. Everybody says that. But yeah, I don't have a cure for a hangover. If you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Like,
give me a fucking blanket. Nobody fucking speak to me.
Yeah, give me a blanket and like no one, and that'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like,
No, yeah, that's it. I completely sympathise with that. That's exactly what I'm like.
nation full of fucking pussies.
To be fair, from my track record, the best cure for a hangover is 4 days in bed. No excuses.
What is wrong with you?
Fucking days.
Yeah, so the Plymouth lifestyle, as I like to call it, for me was 24 hours of sleep, 4 hours awake, have another nap, go to a lecture, quote unquote, 24 hours of sleep again. But that was just like, there is no sober time.
Well, this is going to lead nicely into our next question.
Yeah. What is the most mental thing that's happened on a night out?
There's loads. Like, there's been loads, like really loads. I wouldn't say I've been to a lot of like exciting, like in terms of like, oh, look at me, I'm doing this and this kind of night out. But I have been on a lot of nights out on a lot of different places, and I don't like quiet nights out. Let's put it that way. So if I'm going to go for a drink, I'm going for a drink, and something's going to happen. So yeah. Yeah. So I mean, there was the time I got roofied. There was the time that I got banned from a venue that I was hosting. Because to put this in some context, I have been to uni a couple of times doing different things. One time was like proper academic preppy boy doing geology stuff, and then that was when I was 18,
anal.
just like, and anal, loads of anal, just like learning what sorry mum, just learning like how to be 18. Like, you kind of move away from home for the first time. I was in the city, and it was just the sesh every day.
Dream.
Never went to a lecture, got like 50 grand in debt for fuck all. But yeah, no, it was fun times. And then the second time, to make everything worse, is I decided to do music production, which meant that what I thought was already the sesh at uni was the sesh times a million, because you're at all the nights, you're like balls deep hosting all the nights, and everybody kind of knows the lifestyle that goes around that. So it was the trouble is like, you make so many of these memories and these nights, but you're so fucked at the time that you don't actually remember any of them to tell.
Yeah.
You just get the gist of it.
Like, tell us about the time you got roofied. Well, I can't.
Well, I can tell you that I foamed at the mouth, fell over on the floor, and then my mate at the time had to drive my car home, and I tried to climb out of the sunroof, apparently. He drove me to my house, said, all right, look, get your keys for my car, get the keys for my car that he left at mine.
Yeah.
So he could get on, and I fell over the doorstep, locked the door behind me, went to sleep. He slept in my car that evening, woke up the next morning after like 4 hours sleep, because he only worked down the road from me, and just cracked on straight into work. I woke up like 24 hours later, wiped the foam off me lip, and I was like, thank you for not letting me get bum last night, mate. What happened to you in the end? He was like, yeah, I slept in your driveway, you cunt.
Top host here, Greg.
Sake.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's a tough one, because big nights out, in your perspective, they're all due to like what your idea of excitement or where you are at in a certain place is. So I tell you, like, when I was 16, big nights out for me were just having like sneaking a few beers out of your parents' house with the boys, like, and sitting in a field and just pretending to get absolutely fucking wasted, kind of thing.
Love them field parties, man.
And yeah, and then like when you go to uni, when you're like living away from home or doing anything of that kind of shit, then it's like the whole introduction to like hard drugs. That's when life gets exciting then. And then like once you finally realize that that's like the reprobate lifestyle, it's like, okay, you're going to tone it back a bit. And then you come back a bit grown up, and you realize that the solid like amounts of beer that you can put into yourself until you get really fucked up, in like hindsight, that's then the new level of sesh. And then after that, you just get a bit old, and yeah, it changes again.
Start going grey.
That's it. You start going grey like Marlon.
Oh, dang!
Fuck you. Reggie playing with a soundboard. Oh, man.
That ain't fucking fair.
Yeah. But no, I used to go out in like a year between unis. I used to go out solidly at least 4 nights a week in 3 or 4 different cities.
Jesus.
This was when I was working at a local pub, and my best mate, he worked there as well. We would just do our shift. We were doing like the evening shift, so it was like roll out of bed at 3, hungover as fuck, get to work for 4, finish at 10, and then you were like shit showered and shaved.
Let's
to, like, go, and you drive to like Bath, Bristol, Plymouth. Where else did we do? I mean, obviously Wells, but like there's not much to say about that. And it was just like every night, like weekday nights, getting like absolutely rolling blackout drunk.
I've never been able to keep up with that.
I can.
The thing
I
is,
don't want to.
The only thing that made us keep up with that is that I was doing it like for a year solidly in different places. So when the excitement wears off, you think, oh, I'm going to kick the bucket with it. But then you go somewhere else and you realize that there's a whole other nightlife there. So it's like Plymouth, you'd be out. Then I'd come back home and it'd be like Southwest, I'd be out. Like, Southwest, I'd be out. Yeah. And then when I went into Bristol, that opened a whole other world for me when I was like at uni there.
Yeah, what a lovely shithole.
Oh, I love Bristol. I know a lot
somebody has to, for fuck's sake.
What a shithole!
See, the thing I hate the most about Bristol is that it gets such a bad rep for like all the hippies and the druggos there.
Well,
but
I tell you what, the best thing in Bristol is
the M32.
It's the fucking road out of that cunt.
But like the thing for me is that it gets such a bad rep based on things like everybody's scared about like violence and stuff like that. But all of that happens on Park Street, and it's all the white shirt boys, the rugby lads.
I've been mugged on Park Street, so
it's your normal uni boys who have just got too much fucking steroids pumped in their arms, like who just got something to show. All of the hedgers and all of the stoners on Stokes Croft, yeah, they look rough, but they're too fucked to hurt you.
Yeah,
they don't even need to be sound as fuck because you put an ounce of ket in them and they want to be your best mate, and that's all they fucking do. So crack on, have a good time.
Hey man.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Yeah, I love him. I love me a good friendly hedger.
Fucking hedgers.
Fucking hedgers.
There were 2 at 8 today in Tesco's actually. I drove into Tesco's, go get myself some treat myself some cafe cremes as we're on the fucking podcast. Shout out to Snaker. And I rolled in, I saw this jacked up Disco 2, and I was like,
Oh, Lord.
So I was like,
you can't fucking help yourself, can you?
I thought I'll pull up sort of near that so I can give it a big fucking nod. 2 of these fucking Glastonbury hedgers come out, both birds and all. I thought, fucking hell, I wasn't expecting that. He was
rough mind.
He had 2-inch lift, fucking bloody over fenders on it. I thought, well, righto, okay, wasn't expecting that. Give it a nod, you give it a fucking big AU, like, how you doing? And it's obviously walked in Tesco, put my mask on because I'm a law-abiding citizen on the fucking weekdays.
Fuck the free world.
She just struts on in there, no mask. I was like, Glastonbury, all the fuck that, isn't it?
Says it all.
Didn't give a fuck. Strolled on in there. Yeah.
No, she's exempt because of all the pot she smoked, give her asthma.
That's it. Yeah, she can't wear a mask. That fucking it inhibit her breathing, that will.
That's it.
I'll fucking inhibit her breathing in a minute. Put a fucking mask on and shut the fuck up.
Nothing to do with a fucking 4-foot bong she's chonging on by the time she gets home, like. Hey, man, if socialism was a thing, it'd be so great.
No politics.
Yeah, communism doesn't work. Fuck's sake. But yeah, she'd come back out to her van, or truck, sorry, van. I instantly think Glastonbury, I think van, don't I?
Yeah, an LDV van, like chugging diesel out the back of it, and they were like, save the planet, man, save the planet.
Hand painted, make love, not war, all that bollocks, you know the score. So I got back out, fired the old 38 back up. Obviously, of course.
Wait, you managed to fire the 38 back up? Fucking hell.
You know, since I put that water pump in there, she's been a fucking queen. But yeah, so started her back up. Anyway.
They get to theirs in Sarah?
She got back in at a similar time to me, and I just hear this. Of course, I'm in full cunt mode at this point, so I'm like, I've seen the dreadlocks, I'm just thinking, nonce. Not nonce. You know what? Why did I say nonce?
You saw the dreadlocks and you saw the Wells Cathedral School kiddie in the back with the centre part, and then you just thought, nonce. Fucking pull your garters up, kiddie, and suck it. Like,
Thanks for saving that bit. I just thought, oh, twat. So I sort of rolled past it in 38. I think I just put the window down. I didn't put the window down because the window's broke, so I opened the door.
So you just elbowed the window out.
I open the door and I just go, you gonna want to jump or not? And she goes, oh no, she a start. I was like, I just go, don't fucking sound like it. Oh no, she will. Anyway, so I sort of sat there. I thought I'll just wait just in case.
No. He says
fucking by that time, if she says she's going to be all right, I'm fucking gone.
No.
Fuck him.
He says that he sat there and he waited, like playing it cool, like. But what he really means is he sat there trying to shut his fucking door again about 7 times because it's a fucking Range Rover. So.
Shut the fucking door.
Yeah.
Shut the
So
locks
like,
back
gonna
up
start
again.
then. Tried looking all cool. Gonna start then. Doors out. Yeah. Bang.
It's a little bit like Land Rover camaraderie going on here. So I'm just like, I don't want to see a fellow woman, fall by the wayside.
Like, yours doesn't start. Mine doesn't shut.
Was it a woman though?
Yeah. What? Can you say that anymore? I don't know.
I don't know.
Was it a woman? Was it a man?
Well, you don't really know unless you do the scratch and sniff test. But I don't think you want to do that on a Glastonbury hedge.
No, fucking hell no.
Fuck me, no. Anyway, so I sort of sat there for another sort of 20 seconds-ish, just listened to it crank. And then finally it just absolutely, like you say, it just spluttered into life. The amount of fucking black smoke that come out of the back. I just had the door still cracked. And I said, you want to put a mask on now, doll? Just looked at me with these fucking piercing eyes, just like, I respect you, Land Rover man, but I also fucking hate you.
Yeah. No.
Even better would be if she walked out the back and put a mask over the exhaust. Like.
Yeah, so I fucking needed it. Jesus Christ, I thought mine stank in the morning. That thing was honking black smoke out.
And you ain't talking about your P38 there.
Fucking hell. So how's the week been? Good?
This week has been, good. Like, the end of the week has been real good, coming sort of out of lockdown as we are, being able to go and see people. That's been a major difference. Caught up with a load of old mates in the local area who have just been out of the picture because they're the kind of people that if you're not in their face, they don't exist.
Yeah, that's the ones.
But you come back to them and at the end of the day, they're your day ones. So
you been down to piss house yet? Because I haven't.
Which one?
Any of the piss houses?
Yeah, so I went to our local today. That was pleasant.
Yeah.
But I think the sun had a lot to do with that. He's changed it around a bit there, so got a new outside bar and toilet block. It's real smart. Yeah. Saw a few old faces there. Like, it wouldn't be something that I'm looking to kind of get on every day again like it was. I think lockdown has been a really good sort of eye-opener into sort of how much a lot of people were spending before and that there are other ways to get on the sesh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like where you're sat right now.
Exactly.
Shout out to the Doghouse.
Amen, brother. Shout out to the Doghouse where we sit here and we just enjoy the casual sip of Corona as we talk to our friends, and we just wouldn't be able to do this here in this place right now that we all love without the magnificent bottle of Corona in our hands.
Shout out Corona.
That is
hook us up for a sponsorship deal.
That is Corona Extra 330 milliliter E-marked brewed under license from Cervix Centre.
InBev?
Cervix Centre.
Cervix Centre.
Or whatever.
I'm pretty sure it's licensed by InBev. Yeah, it's InBev. Yeah, brewed and distributed in the UK by AB InBev UK.
I'd be more likely to drink it if it was brewed in a cervix, but hey ho, crack on. Corona's Corona. Give me that sponsorship, boys.
Where that spicy yeast that girl.
New variant of Corona every day, they say.
I love how we sort of talk about the Doghouse like everyone knows where it is. Now, a lot of our listeners do know where it is, but for people that don't, we're just like this elusive little bar somewhere in an estate, somewhere on the Mendips.
It's like one of those real cool clubs that you see posh twats go to, where they like knock on the door and then some like burly dude comes outside.
Names on the list, mate. You ain't coming in.
Was it like the Berghain? Is it the Berghain in Germany? Berghain?
There's a couple in Bristol.
Is there?
Yeah, they're
really?
Really?
I was speaking to a mate about it on last Sunday, and they said that it's sort of if you know somebody there, that's how they get their like business. It's through if you know somebody, like name only, and you have to go and knock on this door, real shady like, and as long as it's like word of mouth, you get in.
You get, oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, it's real cool.
So, Greg, have you reversed into anything this week?
No, not this week. So I guess that I did guess this was going to come up. Do you want me to say, or do you want to say?
Yeah, you carry on, mate. You tell us the little story of what happened.
So currently, my latest sort of educational escapade has been doing a mechanics apprenticeship, and during said mechanics apprenticeship, I managed to reverse a Isuzu pickup truck into an 80 grand AMG. Yeah. Safe to say I did not get the promotion I was hoping for that week.
What did you just not see it? Or?
Oh, come on, mate. I've never, I live on Mendip, but I am not a farm boy. I am not a heavy-duty boy. I've been driving a smart car or the equivalent of for most of my life.
Probably wouldn't say that out loud.
So I got in said big old truck, and it had like the blacked out rear view mirror. So I was looking in the wing mirrors. It was dark as anything. The Mercedes was charcoal grey, and I just drove straight on into her. And she was sat in the car at the time and all. And she was like, I was going to honk the horn, but I thought you saw me. I was like, well, you didn't think I saw you when the fucking tow ball was halfway through your ass, did you? So...
Oh, mate, I feel for you. I do feel for you there.
It's one of those things. Shit happens.
Oh man, we've all done it. I've made substantially expensive mistakes at work. Yeah, I've cost myself some money sometimes. I'd love to go into detail, but we've got to keep.
You missed the shot.
We've got to keep that. Yeah, well, you know, it's fucking.
Ended up taking out like a propane tank.
I think a 50 cal bullet is about £10 a shot, I reckon, isn't it? So
it depends where you are. Like US. Depending on what tips you have,
I mean,
you could be up to $100 each shot.
Well, I pressed them myself, so they're about £9.42 a piece, and then I think
that to
7.62s are about £3.30 ish.
Dang.
Yeah, but anyway, enough about my life.
Have you put anything in the Vice this week?
In the Vice, yeah, I have actually. Yeah, I have actually. In the we should do we should have a little fucking button on the board for this. What are you putting in the Vice this week, Reg? This week in the Vice, I had an airbag for the P38, and so this is the second airbag I've had. The first one was bad, like a bad one, so it just didn't work.
So it's popped.
Yeah, it just split away from its top housing for no reason. Anyway, so I got a new one, and I went to go put it. Obviously, into its mounting points.
Not buying that Britpart shit, are you?
No, it's genuine. It was Dunlop. It was a genuine airbag. And I went to go put it in. Obviously, put it in its top mounting point. I stuck the fucking pipe in. I stuck the clip in, and I sort of jacked the bottom up jack the axle up to meet the airbag, and it wouldn't line up. Like because basically there's like obviously you got pins that you put through top and bottom. Anyone that knows Range Rovers knows air suspension.
Yeah, you've got like the R clip through the bottom and the little square clips on the top, don't you?
You know, yeah.
And the bottom ones never line up if you've got the top ones in, and the top ones never line up if you've got the bottom ones in.
Exactly. Anyway, so I've done this a bit, so I knew what the score was. But anyway, so it was rotated like 90 degrees, and I was like, okay, right. So I'll put this in the Vice, and I'll see if I can turn the top saddle or the bottom saddle, whichever one gave out first. I tried to turn it, it just wouldn't go. So yeah, that was what went in the Vice this week. It was a defective Dunlop airbag, the second one I've had. So shout out to Dunlop. Sort your fucking shit out. I'm trying to fucking rebuild a Range Rover here, and you are holding my ass up. Yeah, that's what went in the Vice this week. Nothing else. No hopes and dreams. It's been a good week. It's been a good week. What about you, Marlon? How's the week been?
Yeah, not too bad. You know, a lot of shit going on at the minute.
You're busy, aren't you?
A lot of interesting shit going on, which is nice.
I'm very excited to hear
Keeps you
about
peaked.
Yeah.
Took the bike out earlier, which is real nice.
Oh, you're back on the fucking crotch rocket.
Yeah,
I did see your little post earlier.
Yeah.
It'd be rude not to, eh?
Fucking first time this year. Jesus Christ, that thing scares the fucking shit out of me still.
Yeah.
Like, I've been on a 2.5, 3 year nearly. Every time, like first time of the year, I'm a fair weather rider. Didn't get me out of rain, wet roads, no. I got a car for that. In that dry weather, you you still rip the throttle back in second, and fucking hell, the bitch just wants to pick the front wheel up. Pop down to Mother's. Just be careful on that. Yeah. No worry, Mother. Not a problem. Not a problem. 100 allegedly, I did 100 mile an hour on the way home. Like, I don't think I did, but allegedly.
According to who?
According to his 30-year-old Speedo.
Allegedly.
Right.
Just what a fucking rush. It's nice.
When I hit 60 in the P38, I'm like, oh my God.
You feel like you're going to die.
Yeah, it's like in NASA, you know, when the space shuttle takes off and all the gauges start going, like all the glass starts giving out.
Yet?
No, I haven't.
Why not?
We had Snaker on last week, and he took my Range Rover out to go get some cigars, and he was like, oh yeah, I told him just go steady on it. So he put his foot down coming out of the local supermarket, and it just went. He was like, oh, you weren't fucking joking, were you? I said, no, fucking wasn't. Jesus Christ. Go steady.
I don't make
with
these
it.
comments for fun.
I've nursed this thing for like a year and a half. Don't fuck it up. It's basically as soon as the long-term project comes off the ramp, I'm going to put a new transfer box in it. But until then, she's going to rock on. I mean, like, I know how to drive it. I can drive it sort of vaguely on the limit.
You wwas driving it, so as long as you get
exactly.
it under control,
As long as I can get on with it, everyone's going to fucking suck. Well, I don't give a shit what I say. Yeah, this week I treat myself, actually. I don't know if anyone else is well, actually, yeah, they do know, because Chobbs and Kirk's little episode we did, they mentioned it.
Sylvanian family
I'm loving these fucking nicotine pouches at the moment. I've been on them for like a year, and I just got some new ones. Shout out to Snooze Boys, www.snoozeboys.co.uk. That's snusboys.co.uk. Hit them up on Instagram at one Snooze Boys. I think that's it, really. Yeah.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. No, not sponsored at all. But no, they hit me up with some fucking delicious ones. They are called Pipe Candy XQS, and these things are fucking brilliant. I honestly, I've been on the mint ones for like a year, and I'm on these like pipe candy flavors, and they are fucking legit. He did say to me, he was like, "Oh yeah, try these. They're pretty good." I said, "Well, if they're no good, I'll send them back." But man, I'm fucking what? I'm like 18 months into. I say giving up smoking, but I don't smoke 7 days a week. I just treat myself to a little carton every now and again on the weekends. Treat myself. And yeah, they've been fucking lit, and I'm loving them. So shout out to them. Thank you very much for the hookup.
Well, yeah, I said to you earlier, story of my sort of smoking relationship at the moment is I've been clean of the fags for 5 years, but recently, fucking European cigarillos.
Oh yeah,
it is
fucking cigarillos.
It is the vice of me, honestly.
We're fucking chonging on them now. I mean, the bar is hazy as fuck now.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't have it any other way though, and that's a problem.
I think it's an enjoyment thing, isn't it? It's like It's just like, well, I don't have any vices. Well, no, I don't really have any vices. I mean, like, I drink and I smoke a packet, a can, whatever you want to call it, a week, and I don't gamble. I hate fucking gambling. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
I don't. Oh yeah, no. Oh, totally different topic here. Like, I hate gambling.
I feel like there's a story to why.
No, there's not. No, there's no real like story to it. I hate it.
What don't you like? You don't like the fruit machines. You don't like
I
the
don't, any of
poker
it.
situation.
I tell you what it is I work so fucking hard for my money. Like the money I have, I fucking grind for. I mean, like, obviously everyone's just like, what does he do? Is he gonna give
Kills
it?
People.
No,
he's a gigolo.
My asshole is for rent. No, I just work so fucking hard for my money. I cannot bear to see it, to put it down, and just imagine that it's not going to come back. Like, I just can't.
Like, even like raffles, Euro Millions, shit like that.
Even for the enjoyment of it.
No. I've done the lottery. I think twice, 3 times.
I went on
when
last
when it's
night.
like £1.50, and even then,
It's not that anymore.
isn't it?
I think it was £2.50.
No, I can't do it. I hate it.
I've
Went
only
on
ever
the
done
Euro Millions last night. Shit out.
No. Because we were on about it, Macklon, weren't we? You were on about going to Las Vegas, and you were like, "Oh yeah, we should go to Las Vegas." I was like, "Yeah, I'd love to go and see everything." You were like, "Oh yeah, I'd like to go gamble, see the casinos."
I'd like to sit at a genuine poker table for an hour.
But we were talking about the sort of money we'd take, and I said, "Oh, I'd take £50 and just write that off, and just be like, that's 50 quid that's spending money, and just put it down on a table, and just be like, yeah, just as a holiday." And you were like, "Yeah, well, I take £1,000."
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
What?
how are you going to enjoy yourself? Where are you going to get the thrill from?
From being in Vegas, looking at neon lights.
To be fair, I've only ever done a fruity once, and I won a £5 on it, and I stopped there because I am a winner. But I do enter into quite a lot of car giveaway things.
Well, I do like the car giveaways.
Yeah. Because it's like with doing the lottery, it's like it's a conscious effort for something that you've then got to think about afterwards, if that makes sense. Whereas the car stuff, it's like
so far fucking off.
Yeah. It's like, whereas the car stuff, it's like, I actually want that and I would use it on the day I get it. So I'm going to enter to this knowing that if I lose £3, fine. If I win,
it's all on apps.
That's it, yeah.
Bang the car details in, boom. I want to enter that one on that one. That's it, yeah. That one.
I've very much been a person that's like, if I'm putting money somewhere, I have to have something back. Like, well, I say that, council tax. I don't seem to see fuck all from that back other than people moaning about the amount of bottles I buy.
Wandering off with fucking lampposts in a minute.
Yeah, fucking right. I am too. It's a fucking shit show. So one thing Maggie Thatcher got wrong was a fucking poll tax.
No politics, Reg.
Why am I giving this fucking local council £200 a fucking month so they can pick up my recycling and not turn the street lights off in the morning? Suck a fucking dick. You know what I fucking mean? Anyway,
it goes up every single fucking year.
It goes up way faster than the rate of inflation because there's like, oh, there's something special they need to add to it. Like, oh, we need some more policemen. When was the last time you saw a fucking policeman on the beat? Absolutely fucking never.
On the beat? Gotta be a few years.
Yeah, exactly.
I had a cop car follow me earlier.
Are you sober?
Yeah. Fuck me, yeah.
As a judge.
It's only because I was in the fucking ASBO 182.
What are they going to fucking do? Pull you over for being a rude boy?
Yeah. Well, your exhaust is too loud. Well, actually, according to my MOT certificate...
that I wrote for myself.
I'm fucking sound like... Yeah, but have you declared all these modifications? Yes, look at the fucking insurance certificate.
I've always been a great believer in that. I declare everything on all my cars.
There ain't no point. Like
the amount at our age... There's no point.
No.
I mean, if you're a 17-year-old driver, like, you know, we both were, fuck that. I didn't declare fuck all. Didn't you? Did you?
I think I declared my alloys only because they were, like...
worth more than the fucking
disgusting.
Car. Yeah.
But yeah, like now, declare everything.
Yeah, no, so do I.
Yeah,
I mean, well, I say that.
On that.
I hope aren't listening, but when my black Range Rover comes back with a small pulley and a fucking stainless steel intake and a straight through exhaust, I'm not sure I'm going to declare that, only because the know what they're fucking doing when it comes to modifications.
Don't declare a remap. You don't need to declare a turbo change, because when you look at it at the end of the day, oh yeah, that's a turbo. Oh, has it been remapped? Nah, I don't know.
Fuck 'em. Right.
It fucking bent me over enough anyway.
I reckon it might be time for a little break. I reckon it might be time for beer of the week.
Oh yeah, that's a good shout, Reg.
Right, so after the break, keeping your pregnancy weight under control in partnership with Amber Leaf. And we're back.
You've been to the fridge?
I've been to the fucking fridge. And what have you bought us this week, Marlon? Because this is your pick of the week.
I popped into the local store earlier.
The local supermarché.
Oh, supermarché. Do behave. We got a Hawkshead Brewery Mosaic Pale Ale.
I think it's time to... read the marketing bullshit, Marlon. Take it away.
So, Mosaic Pale Ale. A very pale ale which showcases the amazing aromas and flavours of the Mosaic hop. beer from the lakes, unpasteurized and unfiltered. Store cold and drink fresh.
That is, do you know what? That is the perfect amount of marketing bullshit that I want to hear.
Very basic.
It's straight to the fucking point. It just tells you what it is, where it's from, and how to fucking drink it. And that's all I want to hear. I don't want to hear about your fucking wanky hops and your fucking flavor profile and how you like a finger in your ass on a night
family
out.
arguments.
What I like about it is these are the exact same colours I see when I'm pinging my nuts off on LSD.
I mean, somebody had to say it.
The exact ones. You've got that light pink and the green to counter it, and you're fucking like looking at the ceiling and everything's light pink and green, and now you've got the beer to match it. Love it. They call it Mosaic for a reason, I guess.
You can tell he votes Labour, can't you?
Right, you can tell I've never voted.
Oh, even better.
Oh no, that is a lie.
It is very pale. Oh, you feel that aftertaste. That's like, you're not in
Shut up.
No. Oh. All right.
Sake.
There's a new rule in this podcast. When we do the beer review, if we get too far into it, whoever gets too far into it, it's got to have a slap.
Shut your fucking mouth! No problem, John. Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
Right, let's see if you can hear this on the fucking on the audio. Go on in. Right, yeah, I just got too far into the fucking beer review straight off the bat.
Well, I'll tell you what, I like it. It's easy to drink, and it's got pretty colours. So that is a win in my books, Marlon.
All right, I'll try not to be too exact, but it's long lasting on the back end.
And the beer's all right too.
For fuck's sake, rat.
Oh, I really enjoy that.
No,
Not for you?
don't like it.
I wouldn't have another one, but it's nice to have one of in the midst of a lot of anything else.
I think that's what.
Shout out Corona.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. This beer was brought to you to cleanse the palate when you choose to enjoy a bottle of Corona Extra, 330 ml, straight after you've drunk your fancy fruity coloured beer.
Hit us up for a deal.
This podcast was brought to you by cocaine. No, it's all right. It's not as good as Camden. I wouldn't say it was as good as not Sierra Leone, Sierra Nevada. The Sierra Nevada was good. It was really good.
Yeah, it's not as good as Coke.
Or Cat.
No.
No, it's no, it's not. It's all right. That's where I'll leave it. It's all right. Like it's drinkable. It breaks up the Corona, but other than that,
I think that's it. It's not bad. It is nice to have for a difference of flavour amongst all the piss we drink otherwise. But
I don't know.
But it's a 1 can wonder. But that's all it needs to be.
It's only 4%. It's only 4%.
It's only 330 mils.
Yeah, it's 4%. And
just like a bottle of refreshing Corona Extra, only 330 ml.
Hit us up for a deal.
Usually I'm the one pushing a fucking brand deal. You boys are here just like the corporate shills of Corona. Where are you at in Bev? I got enough of your fucking pumps, you cunts. You're missing
Say it out loud.
You're missing a Stella font. Come get me.
Does that count as just one? Or?
We call it the Metropolis.
Oh
yeah, she's a
mega
stunner.
city.
She's fucking gorgeous, mind.
It's all that and a bag
She's
of
got
fucking
all the
chips.
curves in the right places, I'll tell you that.
Baby.
And I'm looking for love in all the wrong places. Well, how you doing?
Fuck's sake.
Oh dear. But yeah, this Hawk's Head, I don't know. We'll give it. Are we going to give it a meh? We should start giving them ratings. That's what we should do. Right. We'll give an average. So I'm going to give it a 5 point. No, we'll not do 5.5. So out of 10, I'm going to give it a. I'll give it a 6. No. I'll give it a 5. Marlon.
I'm same as you, mate. Like, it's a 5. I wouldn't order it again.
Greg.
I'm going to give it a 6.5.
Oh no halves.
No halves.
Because I can't work out averages.
All right, you know what? I'm going to give it a 7 in the context that you drink one of them in between something else.
All right, so that average.
I'll give it a 5 if you've got to drink it on its own long term.
So what's that? I can't do averages.
Just say 6.
We'll call it a 6. Right, we'll call it a 6 out of 10. Right, we.
I think that's a solid fail.
That's above half. Surely that should be a pass.
No, you know what? Pass it, because like I said, the colours are enticing.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I'm going to finish it for shits and giggles. But yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
You know how you could
At
make
the
it...
end of the day, it's still fucking 4%. Let's.
Yeah, it's a bit piss watery, isn't it?
You could make it a lot better, though, if you poured it into a 330 milliliter bottle of Corona
Or-
Extra.
You could make it a lot better if you poured it into the fucking weeds outside.
That's what I'll be doing in about 20 minutes' time. Out of my Jap side.
Which one?
Oh, the big one. But yeah, so that's enough about fucking Hawkshead Mosaic Pale Ale. Greg, tell us a bit about how you got to where you are and the crazy fucking journey you've had to get there.
You've had quite an educational journey.
I have had a very educational journey.
At the cost of the taxpayer.
But an also very unqualified educated journey. I have been in education for so long with absolutely fuck all to show for it. But my God, has it been worth it?
I'm going to say, have
to
you
get me
enjoyed
to
the
this
path
point?
to get here?
I mean, no, but also yes. I mean, obviously, if I'd enjoyed it, I would have fucking stuck with it. But yes, in the sense that for every low, it was worth it in that sense of like, there was balance.
When you say low, you mean lecture, and when you say high, you mean on the piss.
Exactly. And I just find new ways of finding ways to do lectures to get on the piss. Like, but yeah, so I went to school early days with Reg and all of that, blah, blah, blah. Got to that kind of point in your life where you either do an apprenticeship, you fuck off to work, or you go to college, or you do sixth form or uni and all of that. And I was sort of that group of people that were always sort of pushed into doing uni. So that's what I did. I did A-levels. I sucked at A-levels. And it was really weird for me because GCSEs, I was like
Breeze.
A stars across the board kind of person. Got to sixth form and I kind of just gave up on life. And then it was like, yeah, you're not doing so good, Greg. What's going on? It's like, I'm just chilling. After that, I managed to get into Plymouth University, where I did a year of geology.
I think they do let anyone in though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I know.
Yeah, there's no fucking Oxford, is it?
But in a way that was
behave.
good because it made me aware of that, and it made me aware of like uni is a trap for certain people looking for a certain lifestyle, and they don't know how to go about
fucking
life
hell.
without ticking that box for certain people to move on, basically. So I did that, and I was kicked out of halls, no fault of my own, after 5 days, and
what?
was ended up living.
No.
There's no
rewind.
There's no funny story to it. It was just that the uni fucked up the No funny or interesting story about it, other than the uni fucked up the contract with the housing provider.
Oh,
because it was like,
So it's not even like a funny story.
No funny story.
I thought you were running a fucking crack house or...
No, they just didn't
you
find
had
out
them
about
bad
that.
bitches up in there.
I absolutely got away with all of that. They kicked me out because of a dodgy contract with the uni. So
Fuck's sake, no bad bitches, man.
yeah, so
Greg's wandering around with a fucking leopard print fucking a long boy hat on and a
mate,
cane.
I had the cane to go with it. I had a pet
What's
tiger in
my
that fucking
fucking
place, and they didn't
name,
even
bitch?
clock it. They were like, he parked the V8 Lexus outside, hopped out with the fucking leopard, and they were like, "Oh yeah, your contract's bad, mate. It's nothing to do with the copious amounts of heroin you're selling out in the back of the car."
Hey, girls, come on, move out of here now. Come on, we gotta move to a new place. Come on, move your ass, girls. Move your fat ass, Shaniqua.
Yeah. But that was really good for me in a way because it pushed me into literally living in my own house with total strangers straight away, which was something I wouldn't have done on my own.
No, yeah.
So I'm glad for that because I had some fucking awesome experiences there. And some really bad ones, but that's all part of it.
Part of the course, isn't it?
And that it makes the good ones better.
Yeah.
Because your life isn't boring. You have a load of shit one day so that you can enjoy the good shit the next one.
And you learn from it as well.
That's it, exactly.
That's one thing-
Well, you say you learn from it as well, but then I dropped out of uni. There's a story to that, but dropped out of uni the first time. Took a gap year. Well, I say a gap year, but I didn't go traveling or nothing. I worked in the local pub and I fucking loved life. And I went out like 5 days a week in 4 different cities every week, living it large, made absolutely no money because I spent it all on the piss.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I decided that I would go back to uni again, but live at home this time and commute, and did music production, which has sort of put me in the place that I am now.
So why did you want to do music production?
Right, so music was something that had always been with me from before. I was a drummer from a young age, played in metal bands, like played every instrument under the sun. I was a jack of all trades, master of none, basically.
Yeah.
And I still am with everything.
So I still need to learn guitar. Mm-hmm. Can you play?
Yeah, but the beauty about music production is that you don't actually have to be able to play an instrument. As long as you can twang a sound out of it, you just computerize the rest of it.
Yeah, but I do still need to learn how to play the guitar.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to teach you, but I would end up just going down the whole road of making something sound shit better on a computer, so...
just strum one thing, and then you can just edit it in post.
That's it.
I've got 3 guitars. I can play about 5 tunes.
I thought you were going to say, I've got 3 guitars, I can play one of them.
You have 3 guitars?
Yeah, well... My issue is I'm left-handed.
Okay.
So I got a right-handed acoustic.
So you worship the devil, right? Okay.
No, I do not worship the devil.
Yeah, who'd you get your
So when did you
right-handed-
find out that you were a societal outcast?
I'm not a fucking outcast.
When did you
alright?
find out that you were a secret ginger?
I'm not ginger. I'm fucking grey.
Yeah, you're grey now. You could have been ginger
No,
before. We'd never
mate.
know.
There's all that ink on the fat of your hand.
Noir, then grey. Luckily, a very good friend of mine gave me a right-handed acoustic.
Who was that?
That's Big Reggie Reg.
Big Reggie.
Shout out to Reg.
You have 3 guitars.
I got 3. I think I've got 4 now.
I have 2 guitars, and I'm like grade 8.
Mate, you should see the fucking amps I have.
Are you grade 8 guitar?
You don't know this?
No.
No, I'm a bass man.
I know you're a bass man.
No, I say grade 8. I'm grade 8 bass.
Wise.
Didn't know that, mate.
Yeah, you not seen my bass?
I know that you play bass.
Have
but
you not
like,
seen my sick bass?
I didn't know that you went the academic route about it. Like,
anyone that's listening, and I doubt there is anyone that's listening that is a bassist or knows anything about the guitar I'm about to talk about. I have a Burns Scorpion.
yeah,
You know the Burns Scorpion?
yeah.
I have that guitar, and when I got that, I was the happiest boy in the world. I reckon I was about year 11 when I got that.
I did not know that, mate. I knew you played bass, but I didn't know it was something that you actually like. Did.
Don't get me wrong. I'm so rusty. I'm rotten through now, but yeah, I got a Burns Scorpion, and the neck is like designed for people that are 6'2" and over. It is like full stretch. It's a gorgeous piece. I mean, I've still got it at my old house. It's stored at the moment. But yeah, and it probably needs some new hardware. But
I love that, man. I never knew that.
Yeah, no, I fucking rock around on a bass in the background. You know, when lead singer and fucking lead guitar's up at the front, I'm there just bopping away.
I just want to be
Did you ever
guitar once in a while?
Did you ever?
No, I've got a I'm not a Fender because I'm not a guitar man, but I got a Squire Strat that I just rock around on every now and again. But yeah,
Did you ever play in a band? Or?
Yeah, no, I played in two bands, one band.
I think he was in Busted.
He wasn't. No,
I'd have remembered that, mate.
innit?
I'm sorry, but I would have remembered that. I wasn't busted. So.
Were you the one with the big eyebrows, or were you the one that fucking just end up as an alcoholic? Oh, I can tell.
Excuse me, maybe I'm both.
Which one's gonna come out as a pedo?
Okay, I'm all 3 then.
No, I was in a band for a short while. Just nothing major. We did a few good covers of the Bloodhound Gang, and put out a couple of.
I appreciate your input.
I'd appreciate input. Don't. Anyway, that's enough. Shout out to Jimmy Pop.
Fair play, love that.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my. Yeah, I do a little bit. I don't know how to read music like at all. I was all tab.
Oh yeah,
all
tabs.
So you did the tab equivalent of the grade 8.
Yeah, so it's rock school.
Yeah, rock school. Yeah.
Yeah.
We ain't playing of it. I ain't got enough time to lead.
Yeah.
Like,
No, that's the problem. I just don't.
I can read tabs.
I
don't have enough time to play, man.
No, I think that's the one thing that that hits
just can't
home
play.
so hard now, like from what your parents say about, I wish I could go back to school. And the only reason they say that is because they had free time to actually learn shit that they want to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
wish,
Whereas
I,
we
I
didn't
wish
in the day,
someone
but-
had pushed me to learn guitar.
It's not too late for that, man.
Fucking-
It's not.
I'm trying to do it now, but I wish somebody had pushed me earlier on.
I tell you what, though, the way that the world's gone at the moment, like YouTube is your best friend.
Oh, absolutely.
I would say more like you're better off just going on YouTube and just actually putting your head down with it than you are paying somebody a lot of money to just sit there and get bored with you. Like
the parents, my money paid, the money my parents paid on fucking bass lessons. Jesus Christ.
I mean, I think. If anybody
there definitely is that, but there definitely is also you can learn some terribly bad habits.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, at least it's
thumb on the back of the neck. Don't wrap it round.
It's
not your cock.
No, but I think that's a really bad thing in the way that music is taught, because music is taught to a certain standard that doesn't really make sense when music is a fluid thing. It's constantly evolving based on what people want to hear and what people want to play.
May not play too much of a part in that.
But like I think from a technical perspective, like I just said, thumb on the back of the neck, so especially on bass, you can get a better stretch on your fingers.
But do you not think that if you wanted to learn something that would push you beyond that, then you just would when you got to that point? Because that's kind of where I'm coming from, is that I think there's too much pressure on young children who are enthusiastic about a certain like educational experience in the sense of music, but they get sort of downtrodden on it because they're told they're doing it wrong. Whereas I think just get them playing, just get them loving it, just get them doing whatever the fuck they want to do.
No, that's very true. I mean, I didn't get that sort of whipped into me till about grade 4 or 5 when my teacher was like, "Yep, thumb on the back of the neck because you're gonna need to stretch from 1 to 6 on the fretboard." And he's like, "You've got big fucking hands." Shout out to my missus, she knows.
What's your name, baby?
Bold finger.
He's the man with the golden touch. No, so it got to that point where he's like, thumb on the back of the fretboard because you're gonna on the back of the neck because you're gonna need to push all that way round. I think I don't know. It's a tough one.
You only got 4 strings.
Oh yeah, I think. Oh, thank you, guitar. Thank you for what I've heard for the last fucking 13 years of my. I got 4 strings. It's not that hard.
No, you can get. I've got 6-string bass guitars on my guitar at the moment.
I'm the one that's trying to keep fucking rhythm throughout the whole band. The drummers there just hitting things with sticks.
Whoa.
The fucking.
Okay, right now we're gonna fall out. Right now he's done it. Right.
Mister, I hit things with sticks. That's what I used to call your lot. Your breed. I'm there just keeping time. Just keeping a decent rhythm. The drummer's there just smacking away, and the guitarist is there just like, yeah, ladies, look at me. Wow, 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 wow.
You know what? I'm going to take the even higher horse now and say I've transcended all of that as a producer. So I have to put up with all of the live music.
Shut your fucking hole.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so you did music at uni, and what was the crack there then?
Yeah, so that was like I wasn't comfortable enough to basically leave home at that point, but I also wanted to go and do something that I actually enjoyed and get a qualification with it.
Yeah.
And that for me was music, and that came from my history in drumming, producing, not very well at that point, but going to BIM in Bristol, I met some sick people, like some really awesome people, because it was like small world before that point. I was stuck in the same sort of hometown kind of thing. Or I had gone to uni in Plymouth previously with those same people. So it was a chance for me to meet a completely different breed and take that which way you want, because it's like we had this little conversation about Bristol earlier, and there are some rare breeds in Bristol, but they are genuinely nice people. And I kind of needed that for where I was at that point, and it really inspired me with the music. Don't get me wrong, I fucked that qualification up as well, but
at least you have the biggest balls to admit it.
But I'm glad that I did, because that qualification would have trapped me. There was nothing I could have done with that qualification that I wasn't doing already, just making music for myself. But it gave me the opportunity to like just get out of the house, meet some people, and go and live it large.
Yeah.
Like, develop an unhealthy drug habit, live the sesh every day, completely disassociate from normal life, because I came back from it.
Because fuck them.
Yeah, exactly. I came back from it. And I did some heinous things in my time there, like some truly god-awful things. But I came back and I was like, I'd done that then. And I was like, I'm ready to
I
be...
want to ask you what you did, but it's probably not safe for podcast.
But it's like, you come back from all of that with nothing to show for it in terms of the qualification side of it, but at least you know then what you don't want to do, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I'd gone to uni
that.
twice at that point. I'd done the whole academic route, and I was like, this is not for me. This ain't working. So after that, I took another... How long did I take off? No, I took about 6 months off where I worked as a cashy, basically, a labourer, landscaping, gardening, fucking anything I could get my hands on. I just did it.
I need a patio putting in. Are you keen?
No, it's not ever what I wanted to do, and I was a bodge artist. I was a real con artist, but I paid the bills at the end of the day, and that was actually, this is interesting, because without saying too much about what, where, and when, is like I was actually living in Reg's dad's house at this point.
Oh Lord!
So that was like the thing for me coming back from uni the second time, is that
that was proper like MI6 territory.
I started living up at Reg's dad's house, and that was awesome because I was close to home. I didn't have any like plans or whatever. I was just being a cashy, waking up every morning and going, right, I got to pay this bill to pay Reg's dad. Let's go and get that bread. And I did it, and it was fucking awesome. And
awful lot of assassinations.
All of that. But I really loved those times because it was when I'd been the most free. Even now, I'd say that's when I've been the most free. So even though there was bills to pay and there was that whatever, it's like I was out of my parents' house and I was earning my own money.
Yeah.
So I was living up in somewhere that I could call my own place, and I actually had time to think about what I wanted to do. So I ended up saying like, fuck it, I want to be a mechanic. And I pushed it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? How did that come about? What? Why the fuck would you want to be in my trade?
Right. So when I went to Plymouth, I was introduced to the Fast and Furious movies.
Oh,
End of story.
Kidding.
Oh,
end of story.
No. As much as the fucking viewers will rip me another asshole.
Yeah, I tried to buy an R33 when I was in Plymouth, and then it was like I could buy the car, but the insurance for me at that time was like $6,000.
Yeah,
I bet you wish you bought it now. Fucking hell, the price of them.
I'm happy with where I'm at and all of that now.
I think I was... When did Too Fast and Furious get released?
I don't know.
I want to say it was like 2003. No, 2004, 2005 maybe.
Wait a minute. Just go to Jamie a minute.
Because I was introduced to the whole lot in one go, and I binged them, and I was a changed man after
fucking
that.
hell.
It took me a while to
All
realize
in one go?
Yeah.
That's serious,
It took me a while to realize it, but I sort of clocked onto it, and then I bought my first Lexus when I came back from Plymouth. So this was before I was like even into cars. I was like, fuck it, I'm into Japanese modified cars, and I was like, I'm going to buy a Lexus and fucking drive it into a hedge, and that's exactly what I did.
Somebody wants to buy a Lexus. Yeah, you were right, Reg. Too Fast and Furious, released in 2003.
Oh, no, I think that was a one date I missed out. I said 2002 or 2004, 2005. So yeah.
But yeah, that
was the era.
The only reason I do what I do now, I make shit fast.
Really? Is that what got you into it? Too
Yeah.
Fast and Furious, or the Fast and Furious franchise?
Yeah.
It's all about family.
Not now. No, not now anymore.
No, obviously.
After probably
Tokyo
the
Drift.
third.
That was the third one.
The fourth one was alright.
Well, we all know it turned to fucking smush after.
Well, the first two were the OGs. The third one was like a
Fast
spin-off.
and Furious 9.
Yeah, they call it F9, apparently.
Yeah, fuck 9.
Nonsense.
I'll still watch it.
Is
Fuck
no,
12.
Yeah, that's it. I'll still watch it, but it's not the same as what it used to be.
it's
Oh
not.
no, but it's never going to be like that's the same.
No.
That's the same with anything, and people just have to get over that. Like it's the same
Yeah,
with
but I
music.
don't
It's the
wanna
same
get
with
over it.
entertainment. It's like your childhood loves are unfortunately stuck in your
Gone.
childhood, and you
Yeah.
are never going to get them back.
Shit. Yeah.
Remember when MTV was music television?
Oh, yeah.
Just saying. So yeah, you sort of mentioned it just back along. So you're a Lexus man.
Yes, I'm a Lexus man because I am a Toyota man, but I can't afford any of the actually nice Toyotas.
So the Supras, the Chasers,
buy-
they were all out of the
Love
wheelhouse.
the POV specs.
The Chaser, that is the dream.
Really?
But
Which one?
JZX 100.
Yeah.
That is the dream.
2JZ.
No, I want the 1J. I'm a 1J boy.
Oh.
But no, I've had IS200s and I've had Small World and Altezza that your man Reg actually drove down from. Was it Manchester?
It was. I went up with well, I wouldn't go as far as to say friend. He's a fucking prick. But,
I feel like there's a story to this that I don't know.
Well, yeah, no, fuck him. Basically, I was tight with a guy a few years ago, and he was a good mate of mine, and he was looking for a car, and he wanted something vague. He had like some, I don't know what, he fucking had some Skoda or some shitty box. I don't fucking know what it was. And he was on about buying a sort of half decent Jap car, and I was like, well, the Altezza is a decent option because I always wanted an Altezza, which is, for the listeners, an IS200 that had been modified by Yamaha, by Altezza themselves. And
well,
right, go on, Greg, give me the fucking lowdown.
So the IS200 and the IS300 are Lexus models. The IS300 comes with a naturally aspirated 2J engine, which everybody hypes about until they realize it's not a 2J engine, really.
Exactly.
The IS200 came with a 1G FE, which is shit but reliable, and the Altezza was the cream of the crop to have. It was a 4-cylinder, 2-litre, 210 horsepower manual. If you wanted the manual, we had the auto because we couldn't get the manual.
Tektronix.
Yeah, I love that car. Yeah, the head was designed by Yamaha. The block was Toyota 3SG Beams.
A Beams engine, yeah.
So
Yamaha makes some badass fucking bikes.
Yeah, well, Yamaha and Toyota have a lot of history with each other in the terms of Yamaha making heads for decent Toyota engines.
They really, really do know what they're fucking doing.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. And Toyota, I've got a lot of people hate Toyota at the moment because they keep outsourcing engine building to BMW, but I do have a lot of respect for Toyota in their history of actually being able to take the back foot in that regard. And
their history, yeah.
And they recognize when certain companies have the skills to make actually really fucking good engines.
Talent sees talent.
Yeah. And BMW, their turbo technology and all of that for like European spec and power is the cream of the crop.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's next level.
Apart from the fact they cannot build a chain for love nor money.
No, they can't. No, a timing chain is not in their fucking wheelhouse. So yeah, anyway,
Anyway, basically I had that. I had an IS200, which I absolutely loved. I was like the boy at 19 with the Lexus, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I gutted that car because it was like the only way to make an IS200 fast because their shit is to fucking lightweight it. So
they're chunky monkeys.
I just remember like I took everything out of that car. I took the dash out of that car. That car was literally bare metal.
You had a Speedo, a steering wheel, a driver's seat.
No. The Speedo was duct taped to the windscreen.
He did a fucking Rendell, didn't he?
He did a Rendell.
The Speedo was duct taped to the windscreen, and I remember I went on a date and I picked this girl up in this Lexus in the middle of Bristol. It was, don't get me wrong, lovely date, fucking lovely date. Couldn't have gone better, but it's like just the look on her face when I rocked up in a car.
You're expecting me to sit in a fucking bucket?
But
motherfucker's got no dash.
But you know what? I knew it was good because she didn't bat an eye. She was like, you know what? That was fun. The car's fucking sick. Crack on. And I was like, sound. It's like, if it ain't got a dash, we gonna smash. So
that's fucking brilliant. I like that.
And it really was. It was fucking awesome.
Can you talk my missus round to that?
I mean, the short answer is yes, absolutely I can, but whether you want me to or not, like...
Fucking days.
Yeah, no, that car was awesome. I got a lot of good memories with that car, and that kind of stuck with me because that car was when I came back from Plymouth, had my gap year with that car, loved that, and then I started going to BIM in Bristol, had that car for a little bit, and then I was like, I've got a student loan, I'm living at home, I have money to spend, so I bought the Altezza, and that thing, even though it was auto and everyone's like fucking jacking themselves off about manuals better than auto, that car was a fucking machine. And I don't care what anybody says, I loved that car.
I did. When I took it for a test drive in Manchester, I was like, I love it. I know it's a 4-banger with 200 brake and it's a saloon, but it was a lovely car.
It was
gorgeous blue. I don't know what blue was it?
Blue.
Because it had like the fucking tacky head, like rear light isolators and all, and it had Honda Type R Recaro seats.
Oh wow!
And
bright red.
No. They were classy. They were like the bolt gun metal.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it was like
EP3.
But it was like the kind of car that anybody past the age of 20 would just think is trash. But it fucking turned heads, and I loved it. I
was a lovely
really
car.
loved it, and I got really unfortunately lucky in a way with that car because the day I sold it. Yeah, you know about this. The day that I sold that car, it was a beast. It loved life. It went on and on and on. The day I sold it, the bloke picked it up, and the next day it fucking blew up.
I don't know what.
And
I don't know.
I don't know.
I know somebody that worked on it, and they
rod through.
No, it was
No. It started misfiring for no reason.
It was a mad, some sort of hideous error with the ECU or with an injector failure or
but
something.
I don't-
Also, it's an electrical issue.
Oh, the parts are so fucking difficult to get hold of. I think you just gave up. With
Yeah,
it, in the end.
it wasn't I don't, to be honest, nobody knows. That's the thing is like I've banged heads with a lot of people about what could have gone wrong with it because since the day I sold it, I have been having that conversation over and over in my mind.
But
I've had it.
should have brought it to me.
But I've had it with your mate who went on to look at it afterwards and all of this. I brainstormed about it myself, owning the car for God knows how long, and it was like that car was mint until the day I sold it. Yeah. And I just think that's a fucking sign, you know? So yeah, anyway, after that, I bought a fucking Suzuki Swift 1.3 automatic 3-speed. That thing was
So,
a
new shape, old shape.
old.
Lovely square body.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
it was like Swamp Shrek green.
Oh,
Like-
yeah.
That thing was a panty dropper. It had a
yeah,
hole
I
in
can
the
imagine
exhaust
that.
bigger than my asshole. And like, honestly, like, yeah, Mule would tell you he could fist it. So, yeah. That thing was fucking hideous, but I loved it because it was 90s and it was Jap. And then I moved on from that and I bought for 150 quid a Toyota Carina from 93, rebuilt the engine, threw a clutch in it, and that is the best investment I've ever made. I fucking
engine?
love that car. It is a 1.6 4AGE.
Oh, I love a fucking 4H.
Yeah.
Fucking love a 4H. Them AE86s.
Yeah, so it's basically it's not a
It's the
No, hang on, I've got that wrong. It's a 4E FE, which is the economy spec of the 4AGE.
Okay.
But it's mint. I love it. It does exactly what I want it to do, and it runs on absolutely nothing. I drove it on the bump stops with 1.5 tons of bathroom tiles, like 2, and then pick them up back from the proper South Coast. Can't remember where it was. It was like Lyme Regis or Weymouth or somewhere like that. I used 20 quid of fuel. Didn't care. Like,
Have you thought about buying a good car?
yes, that's why I bought the Carina.
I mean, like,
And then another Lexus
a
where the
good
back
car.
end of it was completely rotted out. So that's another story.
Well, I mean, I can't say fuck all because
yeah. So I bought another Lexus. I bought.
P38 this week, Reg.
No, no issues this week. Absolutely none. It's been golden. It's because it's heating up slowly. The temperature's heating up. When I start it in the morning, it's like it's ready to go. It just wants to go.
Less clean plug.
Whereas in the winter, it's just like you get about, I don't know, half a mile before she really wants to get going. And even then, it's like, come on. No, it's been good. Like it starts up, she wants to go to war from fucking. She's just ready to fucking go. But yeah, Greg. So you said you've got a IS200 again.
Yeah,
this
I
is your
bought
third one.
Big project?
Second IS200, third XC10 shape.
You know what I mean.
Oh,
So-
XC10 shape, mind.
So what are you doing with that at the moment?
So, yeah, good question. What am I doing with that at the moment? I've been welding up the back end because, as anybody who's owned an IS200 or similar thing knows, is that they rot out from the rear doors back. I have replaced the entire underside in terms of welding plates into it for that reason. I am doing some sort of build with it, and as it is at the minute, is I was going to put an M57 engine, the Range Rover BMW straight 6 diesel 3 litre. That was the plan, and I was going to do some 6 skids in it. But life catches up with everybody and bank accounts get thinner and thinner. And after I kind of did the whole look at your bank balance thing, and I spent over $1,500 just on doing up the rear subframe, I was like, let's just weld the holes up and put it in a corner for a minute and think about where it's going to go. But yeah, the plan is I'm going to put a straight 6 diesel in it and do things with it.
So what things? Drifty boys, track things, show things.
Through my boss, I have been introduced to the world of drifting, and I fucking loved it, but I'm fucking awful at it. And I think that's purely because I haven't had my own car to kind of learn in.
You haven't had the confidence to send someone else's car so hard.
Yeah, but at the same time I'm also struggling with like how I'd get into it to do it on my own with the money. I mean, you've had Titch on, you know the money it fucking costs.
Yeah.
So
it's not a cheap hobby.
So my goal with it at the moment is that I started off thinking, oh yeah, I just want a car I can do skids in. But now it's like, I love those IS200 models and I just want a reliable daily because I've got my works vehicle in the Carina. That thing I cannot fault. I can just put that through hell and it does everything I want it to do. But I want that vehicle that I can rock up with the boys and look like the fucking daddy in. So that's what the idea behind all of the money going to stupid shit, just detailing this Lexus as I build it from the bottom up is that it started off being a race car build and it still will be that, but it's going to be a street machine and it's probably going to be a bit of a beauty queen in that regard. Yeah. It's not going to be abused.
I understand that.
That's
definitely.
It's going to have a lot of money put into it and probably not a lot got back from it in that regard, but it's going to be something that in a way I kind of identify with, like people I hope will know me for that car and it'll stay with me in that regard.
Yeah, similar. So sort of similar to what I'm doing without sort of rolling it back too far to myself with my P30.
Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, it's exactly the same thing.
I'll kill you in your sleep. I'll kill you.
But also it's kind of like, for me personally, it's just to have something to show for myself because I'm a mechanic's apprentice. Like, I don't know what I'm doing in that regard. I'm learning, but this has been a really good sort of opportunity to really get hands-on
curve and get
with
into
like
it.
Body repairs, engine swaps, suspension upgrades, like doing something to how somebody wants it fucking perfectly and doing it right.
Yeah, I'm going to say Marlon was with me when I built the Freelander. Literally built that thing from the ground up, didn't we? I mean, in terms of what it was a waste of fucking time, but we had a fucking crack doing it. We fucking dropped engines, gearboxes, and we were just doing it for the love of the game, and it turned into
we were doing it for the love of you.
Oh, stop it. Oh, no. Stop it, you.
And you wanted to build this monstrosity.
And it was a monstrosity.
Everyone kind of
it was a bit of a sleeper, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was. It looked absolutely standard, but it was, for what it was, a demon. It was turned to fuck.
The trouble with
the only reason we did it, you wanted it.
Well, it was more of the case as like, Reg, you buy all the shit, which I did. Bought the engine crane, bought the engine,
give us a holla bling bling.
Spent, I totaled it up back along. About a year ago, I totaled it up, and it was well into 4 figures that I spent on that car. But it was like, I wanted to do it because I was enjoying it, and I was enjoying actually building a car, literally like with pull engines.
With the boys.
Yeah, with the squad. And like we did it, and I
remember putting that fucking engine in, and I'm fucking stood on like the proper rear wings, my ass hovering over the windshield, just guiding the cunt in.
Because it didn't want to go in, did it?
Oh, fucking hell no.
The slam panel was not removable.
That
so
fucking L series.
So we're bending up the fucking the slam panel just to try and
go in.
Go in there.
A bit more. Ting. Oh, there it was.
So did we put it in with the gearbox intact?
I think we put engine and gearbox in.
Yeah, we tilted it and
then we slid the transfer on.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
What engine did you put in it?
It was an
L series.
L series.
Oh, baby.
You don't know what that is, do you? You'll probably never see one at your work. It's a 2-liter Rover engine. Not
the K series.
No, there was something called an L series before the TD4. In the Freelander, they built something called an L series, and it was only about 3 years, and it was the most modifiable with a spanner fucking engine you could buy. Had a Bosch VP pump. It had I don't know what
MVPs.
I don't know what turbo it had, but basically everything could be tuned with a spanner. So like we banged some row resty one injectors in there, wound the fucking fuel pump up, we fucking tightened the turbo right round, we put we beat the cat out of it. What else did we do? We put the every mod on it, didn't we?
Oh yeah.
So we there's a switch that you turned and it like whacked the fuel pump up.
So you've probably missed rotary diesels.
Yeah.
Yes and no. It's something that I've missed it in the sense.
but
Yeah, I've missed it in the sense of experience, but I know about it in the sense of like.
Yeah,
all the
if you ever work on my P38 or anything of that age with the VP pump.
Yeah.
Or Lucas
they're
pump.
so easily turnable.
Yeah, but
So
to be
just wind the
on,
screw in.
Yeah, so that's like the 300 and 200 TDIs and stuff. Like
Oh yeah,
that.
just wind the screw in. Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you, I'm not really a diesel guy, and further than that, I'm not really a Land Rover guy. Like the reason that I work where I work is because I'm a mechanic,
Get out.
I want to be a mechanic.
Get
so
out.
I'd rather
I
learn.
thought you were
Get
cool.
out.
I thought you were cool.
Nah.
Yeah, she was a demon, the old Freelander. But yeah, that was
That
it's
was a fucking
similar to
beast.
what you're saying. I built it. Well, I built it. That's absolutely a stretch of the imagination. We built it, and I learned a lot from building it, and that is why I've been able to go on and build this fucking Range Rover that I'm building now because of the experience I had with Marlon and the boys.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to do with the Lexus. The trouble with me is I'm so fickle with cars, and I can't stick with anything. I know, like everybody knows me for IS200 shapes, and I will stick with that. But I've already got my eyes set on the next thing, and I just know that when I got the money for it, like the fucking flagship LS400 with a tuned up 1UZ in it, black with all the chrome slammed on the
Why is everyone
floor.
keen for the 1UZ?
V8,
So-
V8, V8, V8,
Yeah,
V8.
but it's going to be the next level pimpmobile because I'm going to fucking papier-mâché dollars onto the dashboard. It's going to be fucking...
Holla holla bling bling.
It's gonna-
Holla holla bling bling.
I'm sorry, but leopard print seat covers.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be...
Full pink
It's going to
bag.
be proper Joe Exotic.
No, it's going to be on the floor on like bright chrome alloys, black chrome window trims. Like it's going to be chugging on a V8 cam.
Oh,
Like
stop! I got a semi rocking right now.
But that's the next thing. I got to prove to myself that I can actually do shit with the Lexus. When I've got the Lexus as like the nice fast street car that I want it to be, then the Carina's going to be the work ute, and then the 1UZ is going to be the let's go out on a Saturday night kind of thing with the boys.
That's it. I mean, you're doing just fine with the 6-in-line, but you're never late with a V8.
I fucking love that, man. And I'm not a V8 man. I don't have any love for V8s. But
What?
no, I am an inline six man.
I mean, somebody has to be.
I really am. I like the 1JZ is my dream engine for anything. Like just drop that in anything and I love it.
But to be fair,
yeah,
to be fair, if you're gonna have somebody build a fucking 6-in-line, it's gonna be Toyota or it's gonna be BMW.
yeah.
Like there's
Or it's going to be an RB, but I don't know
Nissan.
why I just hate Nissan. So
It's because you're not
all the
experienced enough.
No,
all
I
the
just
Nissan
like
fanboys
Toyota.
in the comments like you don't know about the RB30.
I am a Toyota Lexus man. I always will be, and that's just the way it is. So suck it. But yeah, next thing is going to be the fucking Pimpmobile, the fucking biggest Lexus I can get my hands on with a Gert V8 in it, slam right on the ground. It will never go over a speed bump. It will never do anything that is remotely drivable other than sound Larry and drop panties. So there it is,
Drop
bitches.
fucking panties.
All right.
I don't know.
So you can keep your jacked up Land Rovers to yourself because I'll be bringing the bitches home, boys.
You just wait. You just wait.
Right.
As I'm now going to be starting where you are.
Yeah, so has this been brushed on the podcast before?
No, this has not been brushed on yet.
So Marlon, I am an apprentice mechanic, and Marlon is coming on to be the big boy mechanic at where I work.
No, I'm just a diagnostic tech.
No, he is coming on to be the big boy mechanic to hold everybody's hand, and I love that so much because I need somebody to hold my hand so
Stop
badly.
stroking his shaft. It's
I
hard
know.
enough as it is.
I don't.
Oh no, it can definitely get harder. Trust me.
I don't think it is. I've had my hand around it for the past hour and 24.
I don't want anyone to stroke my dick.
You don't get a choice, son. You're going to have a set apart by the end of your first week, whether you like it or not. I'm going to give you a pair of socks and garters, and you're going to wear them whether you like it or not.
You're the fucking apprentice.
And I'm going to fucking have you, boy.
I haven't put any money on it.
Yeah, well,
I've just dropped a cigar.
I'm an apprentice, so I don't have any money to put on it. It's still going to happen.
No.
It's not a euphemism.
Oh, Reg is on his knees. It's happening already.
Again.
It's happening already.
I just said I dropped my cigar.
I'm excited
So Tory.
to put an LS in a Land Rover.
Yeah, wow.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah, oh, yeah, no, yeah, no.
But which
Fucking
Land
aw-
Rover?
No,
I haven't decided yet
We'll have a
because
little-
I don't like them.
a little chat
That's
with you
all.
about that. I've got my eye on a. I'm gonna have to suck a fucking dick here, aren't I?
Again?
No, not now, Greg.
Sit the fuck down!
I've got my eye on a 130 Defender,
Okay.
and it's a 130 Defender, and it's bright fucking yellow.
Is that
Has that been
No,
at work
no,
recently?
I
Is
know.
that-
I know what you're thinking. It's not the Minion truck. It's not the
right,
Minion.
okay.
It's not with a 6BT in it.
No. There was one. There's a Puma up at work recently, and I thought that was a real tidy truck. It's bright yellow, kept real well.
With a double cab.
It's bright yellow.
No,
no,
yeah.
no. It's
well.
a 90. It was a 90.
No, this is a 130. A long boy. Yeah.
Oh.
It's a long boy.
Are we going to build like a
Well, I got
little
me
hearse
no
carrier on the back?
no, not fucking Prince Philip's.
Oh
back.
yeah. So speaking of, I don't know which is more decrepit, the dead body or the Land Rover that was pulling it.
Oh, you're gonna get cancelled for this.
Yeah, well, fucking cancel me. It's the truth.
No, you know that he designed that.
Was,
He
he
designed that.
designed it by himself. I tell you what, to be fair, it looked cool.
Shit.
It was, it was his ex-hunting vehicle. He used to. That was his ex-shooting wagon that he designed from the ground up to be his own funeral car. So
He drove it round the primary school a couple of times.
you're thinking about Andrew, not Philip.
Of course.
Wrong descendant.
No, Andrew's a nonce. But yeah, so look at this fucking 130 at the moment, and it's an amount of money. We won't go into how much it is, but
A lot.
it's a lot, and it's a 130. It's just been sprayed yellow, and I'm thinking LS. What do you think?
Yes.
I'm in.
Just because it's any engine other than a Land
Yeah, but
Rover
the-
engine.
the-
But at the end of the day, it'll still drive like a Defender.
Oh, this is the
Yeah, there
this
is
is
that,
the
but
this
yeah,
is
but
the
you
fucking
have.
problem.
I've seen a lot of well, I say a lot. I've seen a few M57s in Defenders, and where Marlon's going to be coming on where I work at the moment, there's the whole thing about putting M57s in Disco 3s. And at the end of the day, I prefer the Disco 3 idea because anything you do with the Defenders, it's still going to drive like a
Yeah,
Defender.
it just drives like a piece of shit.
But the thing is, people do quick racks now.
Yeah, but
People do e-pass setups.
Yeah, but I just Defenders do suck. The only thing that sort of drew me to it
they
is that
do,
it's-
they do. But it's like to buy a Defender outright is money. So the kind of people that are going to do that, it's like money on money. If you see what I mean. Whereas, yeah,
It all depends what you want. If you want a nice driving four-wheel drive which has mechanical locks,
then buy a Land Cruiser.
Yeah.
yeah, but
I'm with you
How
on that.
much are they?
Not as much as a fucking Defender. I mean,
They're
I'm not on about oldest gen or whatever. I'm
You're
just on
thinking
about.
I know what you think. Do you know how much a new Land Cruiser costs?
No, I don't.
Bend the fuck over.
They're hideous. They're
But-
absolutely hideous.
But
it's like nearly Range Rover territory. You're looking at like,
But-
I mean, I might be speaking out of turn here, but I think it's like 70 plus grand
you
for a
say
new Land
that,
Cruiser.
you say that, and I believe that, but you get what you pay for with it, in my opinion.
Oh, no, you
and
do,
get
yeah.
and also you get the reliability with it.
No, I don't think they have the
You get
reliability
the reliability
that
of
they
that
once
with Land Rover, said nobody ever.
Yeah, no, you don't.
No,
You don't.
I don't think the new Land Cruisers have the reliability that they used to have.
No, of course not. But for the same price bracket as a new Land Rover would. I'm talking about cars that are competing with each other in today's day and age where everything's based on warranty and coming back for service and all that.
Absolutely. I mean,
I still think you'd be better taken care of by a Toyota main dealer than you would a Land Rover one. So
after 3 years, Land Rover, you walk in a Land Rover with a crack fucking crankshaft. Land Rover going to tell you to suck a dick, whereas Land Cruiser are going to be like,
and that's why I'm saying I think it's still valid because you would still buy the Land Cruiser over the Land Rover, in my opinion,
absolutely.
for that money.
I am a Land Rover nut through and through.
I know, but you know I'm a Toyota nut, so...
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Is like everyone knows on this podcast that I'm a Land Rover man, like to my fucking core.
I would.
But if I was going to go into a dealership now, I would buy a fucking Land Cruiser. I would not fuck with a Land Rover.
No, if you got given the choice of walking into a dealership with 70k, would you go to Land Rover or Toyota?
No, I would
That's what I'm saying.
Walk straight past Guy Salmon and would go straight in a Land Rover.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd buy a fucking £1,000 shit box and spend the rest of the shit on fucking Corona.
If I had 70 grand, I'd buy 70p 38s.
If I had 70 grand, I would spend 150 quid on a Toyota Carina E, and I would spend 70 grand on a lovely multitude of bottles of Corona Extra 330ml brewed under license
trying to push
from
this fucking deal,
Cervix, Modelo.
You know what that is?
Yeah.
It's because he wants payment for his mixing. That's why.
No. The Corona is the payment for the mixing. So as long as I keep the Corona coming to you guys, I get to get drunk. So everybody's a winner.
Everyone's a winner, baby. That's the truth.
I would love an early fucking surf though.
Oh, my auntie had one not long ago.
You said.
Yeah,
you tried to sell it to me.
Well, they've got a Colorado at the moment. You know the Land Cruiser Colorado with
big boy
with the 3-liter D4D.
Yeah,
yeah, they've got one of those, and it's a V-Reg. It's a fucking demon. Absolutely lovely vehicle. It's not even been farm trucked either. It's a seven.
It's so nice and tidy.
Yeah, no, it's that sort of deep purpley blue. It's fucking gorgeous. Yeah, no, I think I don't know if it's for sale yet at the moment, but it is reliable as a day as long because it's a Toyota Land Cruiser, but they're still making obscene amounts of money.
Yeah, you look at like eBay listings and stuff, and like, can this really fetch that?
And they do. Yeah, they really do.
It's unbelievable. Like even I'm looking for a few little bits to finish off the XR3.
As you will be for the next 10 years.
No, I'm nearly there. I just need a wing, an airbox, HTD tray, fuel filter bracket, sill cover, boot spoiler.
All right, we could be here all night. I think that's a good place to fucking leave it. We're at 1:32. We're going to call that a fucking podcast. I have been Reg.
I've been Marlon.
And I've been your daddy.
Nonce.
Nonce potato. Right. Thank you for listening, everyone.